Hello, hello, friends. Welcome back. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper. I hope you are having a wonderful week so far. Happy hump day. Today, I'm going to go over some of my recent sales with you, mainly eBay, but I'm going to show you a few from Poshmark, including one that was removed off eBay because they said it was fraudulent. Even though I knew it wasn't, I didn't put it back on eBay. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about why. And yeah, so some amazing sales. A lot of things are selling really, really fast. And I'm excited to share them with you right now. All right, so our sales continue to stay up. We are up 12% over last month. We have been having some really good sales on eBay and that amazing sale over on Poshmark. It's over $300 sale, but eBay said it was a fake item. And I know it was not fake. So let's go ahead, take a look at eBay, and then I'll show you a few from Posh. All right, so we will start off on my back door here, and you can see today we are at $101.67, but for the last week, we're at $3,282. For the last 31 days, we are at $14,086, which is up 12.6%, which is great. So hopefully we can keep increasing that. We are listing more high dollar items here lately, so I'm expecting that to continue to increase. And now we will go ahead and take a look at some of the items that sold. First up is this vintage natural turquoise chip nugget pendant necklace. This one sold for an offer I sent out for $29.24. Did take about 2 months to sell. It also has Heshy beads up there. This one I'm about $5 in. So it's about a $22 profit after fees. Here you can see all of the photographs there as well as the length of it. And this one was a great sale. Took a couple of months, but not too bad. Next is this Bobby Brooks Union Made wool skirt, tartan plaid vintage wrap skirt, size 5, only a 26-inch waist. This is a pretty small skirt. I picked this up at my aunt's women's club sale for $1. It sold for a best offer of $17, and it sold in a month, so pretty fast. Here you can see the photos. This one was in excellent condition. Here you can see that union made tag, ladies garment, union made, 85% wool, 15% cotton. And there is that teeny tiny waist on this one. And this one was a great sale though. $17 out of $1 investment I am happy with. And again, it sold in only a month. Up next, you might have seen me picking up all of these fairies at an estate sale over on my Cat's Treasure Hunting channel. I picked up all of them and I got it for around $20. It is a Mark Roberts Christmas elf fairy. So it's about a $20 profit. And I didn't pull them all up because they all look pretty similar to me. But the buyer did buy 3 of them. So it was about a $150 sale. And the overall profit on them is about $75 on those 3. These have not been listed very long. They were only listed at the end of March. And I have sold, I think, 5 or 6 of the 20 now. So not too bad in under a month. You can see the photos here. Please watch out for Mark Roberts fairies. His bigger ones sell for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. There is that Mark Roberts collection tag on the back. You can see this does still have the tag. We also had that original box with it as well. And this one was a great sale and really happy. Again, the buyer bought 3. Hopefully he will come back to buy some more. Up next is this vintage Navajo Wool Rug Mat Woven Wall Hanging Textile Southwestern. This is small, guys. It's 15 by 19. I know it looks large, but it is not. And this one sold for a best offer of $70. I'm only about $5 in. I got really lucky and got a lot of woven rugs from an estate sale, and I'm only $5 into each. Again, this one is a small one, but it still sold for $70. Here you can see the measurements of this one, and great sale, and it sold in under 2 weeks. Next is something I think a lot of you might pass up, and they did take a little longer to sell, but they sold, and I had minimal investment into them. These sold for a best offer I sent out of $27.29, and all it is replacement straws. Here I show on the bottom the Starbucks. They are not new. And so minimal investment into a $27 sale. Again, they took a little longer, but with minimal investment, it is over a $20 profit. And these, of course, do not take up much space. Next, this is a really small picture frame, and hopefully you watch my picture frame video. If you didn't, I'll pop it up top. This one's only 2.5 inches by 4.5. This one took a little over 3 months to sell. Sold for a best offer at $25, and it's very, very small. And I am about $5 in, so it's about a $17 profit. Didn't take very long to sell. I love these little Victorian style vintage frames. You can see on the back it did say made in Italy, and this one was a good sale. Took a little bit with the 3 months, but not too bad. Next is a Kachina doll that sold very, very fast. This is a butterfly Kachina doll. This one was signed Larry Thompson. Does have its certificate of authenticity. Got this on an auction. I am about $5 in, and it sold in under a week for $45. So it's about a $35 profit. Here you can see it is signed Larry Thompson. He does put his census number, and it does have an informational card as well on this, and you can see it here. And here are some closer up. So we do quite a few pictures when we do the Kachinas. There is that signature on the bottom. Some of my Kachinas take years to sell, and then some of them, like this one, sell very, very fast. Up next is this vintage navy blue. I did put distressed. That's meaning it's kind of faded and a little bit worn. This one was listed in January, so it took a couple months to sell. And this one sold for a best offer of $17. And it is a size XXL. You can see the tag there, as well as the measurements. The back is just plain. And I picked this up for $1 at the thrift store. So $1 into 17. Really, really good return on investment, and not too long for this one to sell. If you watched my necklace research video, you would have seen this one. This is my sale. This happened on Thursday last week. This is a vintage turquoise and silver necklace by Chakchiti artisan Joe H. Quintana. It is signed JHQ. This one I picked up for $150 from an online auction. It sold for a best offer on $542, making it over a $300 profit. And here you can see the photos of this one. Beautiful, beautiful sterling and turquoise. This is a more petite one. There you can see that signature of the JHQ. You can also see it with the tape measure as well. And this one sold very, very fast. It sold in 2 months, which for a high dollar item, I am very, very happy. And this was an excellent, excellent profit. If you don't know, some empty bottles can sell for good money, and this happens to be one of them. This is a rare Jack Daniel's Hello Honey. This is a Russian gift set box, empty bottle jar, and we had a Hello Honey hang tag. I got this from an online estate auction in a big lot. I'm about $5 in. It sold for full price at $64.99. And this one is completely empty. You do need a liquor license if you would like to sell some liquor. Just keep that in mind. And this one was listed in February, so it took 2 months to sell. It is over a $50 profit. Here you can see the little jar that came with it. So we did take them out to show photographs of them, as well as that bottle with that hang tag. This person that had this estate sale had tons of Jack Daniel's stuff. I won quite a few pieces from there. So we do have quite a few listed, and we have sold a few already. And this one was a great sale in just a couple of months. Up next is a J. King DRT Mine Finds Sterling Silver Lapis Lazuli Heart Pendant. This one sold for a best offer that I sent out of $59.14. It was listed back in December, so this one took a few months to sell, and I only paid about $20 for it, so it is going to be about a $25 to $30 profit. So watch for J. King, and if you like J. King, we will be having a big J. King show on Whatnot this Saturday at 3 p.m. and we will be starting all of the J. King pieces at $30. Normally we start them at $50. So make sure you head over to Whatnot and bookmark that. And this one was a great sale. Took a few months, but we are okay with that. Next is another little thrift store find. It was only $1. This is a decorative enamelware brass pot potpourri simmer boho lidded handles pot vintage. Me and my keyword. This one I again picked up for $1. It was listed back in February, so it did not take too long to sell. And $1 into 20, I will take all day long. This one was in pretty good condition. It did have a little bit of scuffing there on the bottom. And here you can see those measurements, and great sale in about 2 months. Next is one I think I messed up when I was comping. So I had this listed at $109. I ended up accepting a best offer of $50. If you know me, I typically do not accept offers of less than 50%, but this one I've had for over a year. So what I did is I looked up some current comps, and they were more around that $40 to $50 mark. So I did go ahead and accept the $50. I originally only paid $8, so I made about a $35 profit, but I had it for a very, very long time. You can see we did have the booklet. It did have some scuffs here. You can see on the back. Really, really nice though, with the liner, the plastic, and it had the lidded flap, which is what we're showing here, which was not Longaberger. This was another company that made that. And sometimes you got to recomp. If you've had something a long time, look it up. If you're getting an offer, like $50 is nothing to kind of shake your head at. And if those comps have changed in that year, then you might want to consider accepting. Next is a pickup I got not long ago at the thrift store. These are Royal Doulton. They are Royal Albert Old Country Roses pattern, which was bought out by Royal Doulton. This is a set of 4 wine goblet glasses. They sold for full price of $45.49. The comps had actually fell on these since I last looked these up, and I didn't look up current comps when I was buying them. So I paid $20. So they're only about a $15 profit, but they sold in under a week. Very, very fast. You can see they do still have the stickers, and you can see that Royal Doulton on the bottom. So even if the sticker wasn't there, you would be able to identify these. So pick these up on a half off sale at $20, made a quick $15 on them. These dies, I think I got them for like $1 forever ago. They're going over to Paris, and they're powdered dies. They can be shipped internationally, but I had accidentally put them in a marker category. And so the buyer bought them, and it wouldn't allow her to have them shipped to her. It wouldn't let her pay. So what I did was I relisted them in the correct category, and then she was able to purchase and have them shipped. So they are going international. They did sell for full price of $38.98. So I made over a $30 profit, but these took almost 3 years. This is one of the longest things I've had. So batik dye is very, very specialized, obviously, in somebody that wants this exact color. It is all the same color. So picked them up cheap, took forever, not something I would probably pick up again. All right, with this bear, we are up to our top 5. I picked these bears up at a thrift store about a week ago. This one was listed less than an hour, and I got an $89 offer. So if you know me, I run a constant sale. So my sale actually would have kicked in, and it would have been less than that $89 offer. So I accepted it. And I talked about this over on my Catch Treasure Hunting channel in the thrifting video. I didn't look any of these bears up. What I did was look at how many were made. So I picked up all of the ones I saw that were less than 1,000 made, because most of Robert Rake's bears have like 10,000, 15,000, 7,500. And you're going to see another one of these. Both of them sold in under 12 hours. So I paid $19.99 for this at the thrift store, either $19.99 or $14.99. And here you can see he is number 25 of 450. You can see that Robert Rake's tag. So with Robert Rake's, both the face and the feet and hands are wood. And this $90 sale, guys, $89.25, over a $50 profit, and it sold in under an hour. This Cuisinart was the strangest thing. The buyer bought it. She paid for it. She sent me a best offer of $100, and eBay mysteriously canceled the order. It wasn't for non-payment. I didn't cancel it. We have no clue what happened. I've never had that happen before. So the buyer wrote me and she said, hey, why is this canceled? And I'm like, I don't know. So I relisted it for her, said, hey, send me that $100 offer again. I'll accept, which I did. And as of now, it has not been canceled again by eBay. So this one I picked up in an online estate auction. It is in very, very good condition. Did accept that offer of $100. I'm about 20 in, so it's about a $60 profit. We did test this to make sure that it works, and it has really, really nice attachments with it. Does not look like it was used very, very much. And this one was a great sale, and this one also sold very fast. This one was listed less than 3 weeks. Here is the other of the bears that sold. This one sold in about 6 hours. This is another one, again, picked up for I believe $14.99. So this one is about an $85 profit, and it sold in 6 hours. And this one, there were only 250 made. So I will tell you, with these bears, I had to use WorthPoint to look them up, because there were none listed and there were none sold in the last 90 days. These bears have not been on the market for over a year. So when I was at the thrift store, I'm just going through looking at their feet to see how many were made. And this one was only 250. I might have underpriced it. I sold it for $129.99. It did sell for full price, but the last one that sold actually sold under 100. So I am pretty happy with where this sold. Here you can see the photos. There is that 85 of 250. It is hand signed by Robert Rake's. And actually, I didn't even notice that. Look, his little fish says Eddie, which happens to be his name. I didn't notice that until now. These bears were all in excellent condition. Somebody did donate their whole collection to the thrift store, and I picked up 5 of them, and all of them are comping pretty darn high, and this was a very, very fast sale. Up next, this was a pretty fast sale as well. This is an OP women's floral open front. I did put boho, fringed kimono, bathing suit beach cover up. It's a size XL. This one sold for $19.49. It was not listed very long, about a month and a half. I'm less than $1 in. This was in one of my closet buyouts. So it is about a $15 profit. Really, really pretty print on this one. Here you can see that XL. And this one was a great sale. I am, with 2 months on close, I am more than happy with that time. This is the last of eBay, and then I'm going to show you that amazing $300 Posh sale as well as a couple of others. This bad boy sold in under an hour of me listing it. So it sold for a best offer of $50. This is another one that my sale had not kicked in. If my sale kicked in, it would have been $51.99. They sent me an offer of $50. I accepted, so it sold in under an hour. Super fast. This is a 55 by 102 tablecloth, and this is printed cross stitch. This looks like cross stitch, but it is actually printed. It is not actually stitched onto this tablecloth. Beautiful tablecloth. I bought it in a lot, less than $5 in, so it is about a $40 profit. All right, if you do not know, I use List Perfectly to cross post. We put all of our listings on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. So if you haven't tried List Perfectly yet, you've been thinking about cross posting, give it a try. Use my code, the Nurse Flipper, to get 30% off your first month. It is definitely well worth the investment. It saves you tons and tons of time. And we absolutely love the ladies over at List Perfectly. So we are going to take a look at the Poshmark sales. I'm just going to show you 3, and one is really big. Up first, this is a large metal chain pillar candle holder. It's 20 inches. I did put Brutalist decor. This one was in my box lot that I got with all of the designer boxes. This one sold for $33. I essentially had no cost into this stuff. I took it to make the seller happy. And so I figured I had them, I would list them. And so this one will be about a $25 profit. And it took about 2.5 months to sell. Up next is this vintage brass elephant figurine. I love selling brass, and I find brass lots on online auctions quite a bit. So this one I'm just a couple dollars in. It's a vintage brass elephant figurine. Sold for $16. So it's only about a $10 profit, but he's super cute. He's small. He's only 6 inches. And brass is not breakable. That is what I love about brass. It is not breakable. This one is made in India, and this one sold in about 3 months. So here is the controversial box. This one was removed by eBay saying it was not authentic, but I am 99% sure that it is. This came from my big box buy. They had thousands of boxes, all with receipts. It was all authentic. I'm not sure what was in this. And this one was removed off eBay. I said, okay, I'm not going to try and put it back up. If you don't know, if eBay takes something of yours down and you try to put it back up, you really could be risking your account, because they tell you do not attempt to list this again. Now, I do know some people have fought that, but I don't know which receipt specifically went with this box. So I just left it up on Poshmark and Mercari, and it sold for $331 on Poshmark. So I'm going to make these pictures big. This is an incredible wood box. You can see here, it actually has Chanel napkins in it. So I feel like it was kind of like a dinner type thing. There are the Chanel napkins. It had the Chanel ribbon. It is in excellent, excellent condition. And it is 21 inches. It's almost 2 feet long, and great, great sale. This one is well over a $250 profit. All right, that is everything. I hope you enjoyed seeing what is selling for us right now. Let me know down in the comments if you have one type of item that's selling really well right now. Share it with everybody. And I also wanted to say thank you to everyone for donating for the Honey the Cat Fund. If you do not know, we rescued a blind bobtail little cat. He's about 10 months old, and he unfortunately has to have surgery, which will be next week, a week from tomorrow, to have his eyes removed and sutured closed. He is completely blind. He can't see, and he keeps getting infections in his eyes. So I got 3 opinions from 3 different vets, and the consensus is he needs surgery. So we're also going to get him neutered, and we did all of the super chats from last night's podcast for Honey's surgery. So to all of you that donated to that, I appreciate it so, so much. I hope the rest of your week is absolutely wonderful, and I will see you on the next one.